So we've all been told that we need to invest our money into assets such as stocks, cryptocurrencies, gold, and whatever else there is to spend your money into. But with hundreds or even thousands of stocks and coins being released every day into the market, it can be really hard for an average investor to decide what to actually spend their money on. Now, if you're expecting me to tell you which stock or which crypto coin is gonna pump and go to the moon in the next 2 days, then you should probably just click out this video and just save yourself the time. Because the problem is for you and most people watching this video is that investing doesn't create you wealth, but it only maintains it. Because if you had a few $100s or even $1,000 to spend every month, that would leave real estate out of the equation. And then with stocks or crypto, you'd have to hope that your asset will actually 10x or 100x to even make you any life-changing money. And that's ignoring the fact that it can go to the red. And it's even worse for gold and other tangible assets as their growth is even slower over the years. So if you go on Google, I'll tell you that the average salary of an American in 2022 was around $50K a year. So let's say if you saved that whole $50K, you didn't spend anything on food, money, nothing like that, and then you put that into an investment that would yield you 10% annually, which is very unlikely these days considering that banks only give 3 to 5% back per year, right? So yeah, let's say you were to put that 50K and then you did that every year. At the end of every year, you put an extra 50K. It would take you at least 12 years to get over $1 million. And that's also not considering that you're battling with inflation rates, which we have seen to go up to 6 to 7% this year alone. Which means that your $1 million isn't actually worth $1 million. Now, I know that's a very unlikely scenario, but I only made it up for you to realize because I know most of you only have a few $100s to spend every month at your disposal. So with all that being said, you must be asking yourself, if investing isn't the best option for me, then what is? And that's the question I've been asking myself for the last God knows how many years. And I believe that I've got my answer, which is why I'm sharing it to you today. So as a relatively young person who's had minimal experience in the business and the money-making side of the world, I had to go searching for my answer using books such as this one, business content creators, YouTube videos, wealthy people around me. And I found one thing that stood in common. The one thing that every financially successful person had in common was that they invested into themselves. You might be asking yourself, what the hell does that even mean? And I understand that because I thought the same thing when I first heard that phrase. And I didn't know what it meant or how to implement it into my own life. What these successful people did was that instead of spending their money dollar cost averaging into assets when they had little money, was that they spent it to develop their skills. Now, I'm not saying completely cut off investing, but maybe I'm suggesting to, divide and split your investments into things that would return you a higher ROI. And there's this funny quote that I heard on some podcast, and it was along the lines of, don't invest in the S&P, but in the SME. Yeah, please don't kick off the video. I didn't mean it. Sorry.
No. Wait.
And by a skill, I don't mean memorizing terms in biology, because in this case, a valuable skill is one that you can use to make yourself some money. And when trying to make money, you need to think of how you can provide value to people. And this can be done by either providing knowledge, providing a product, whether digital or physical, or providing a service. And when comparing all three, a service-based business costs much less than one that is product-based, and it requires much less knowledge and experience than one where you're selling a class or a course. What it requires though is your time and effort. And with all the knowledge that YouTube and the internet holds these days, you don't need to spend any money on courses to learn what you need to learn. And this is how these successful people invested into themselves. They invested their time into learning, which in turn gave them a valuable skill that they can use to now make money. And you can kind of see this as a money glitch, because with a service-based business, you can basically do that service as many times as you want to then earn more money. But obviously the downside to all of this is that you're giving away your time. But I mean, if that's your only option to making money, then what else will you do? There's also a saying that I like that goes by, skills pay the bills, which also, goes to prove my point even further. So to put this in example, a skill that you can learn for free on the internet can be considered, let's say, website development. And this is a service that you can provide for any online business nowadays, since, in our era, every business, organization, they all need websites. So then this creates a high demand for this service, in which you come in and then fill the gap between the supply and the demand. Yes, it might take some time to learn the skill, but honestly, just give yourself 2 weeks and you realize by then that you'll get the hang of it. And then the more you practice, the more valuable your skill will be, the more you can get paid. And the better you get, the less competition you have. So that's how you do it, guys. Now, I wasn't trying to say that investing is bad with this video, because I invest myself. So I think it's important to at least set up the accounts needed for investing and just making it easy. And then maybe, start investing yourself and allocating some of your money. So I'm going to leave a link in the description. If you sign up with Coinbase, you get $10 after spending, I think, $100. But yeah, if that's something you're interested in, of course, that way you're getting $10, and I'm not gonna lie, I get $10, little kickback. But if you're interested in any of that, click the link in the description. But let's keep going with the video. Now, I know that I really got into the video, but considering that's my first one on this channel, I feel like I owe you guys an introduction. So my name is Jafar. I'm a 17-year-old high school student who aspires to be an entrepreneur, and I'm creating content to keep track of my journey into the entrepreneurial space. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube creators in the space, and my role model is Iman Ghatzi. I've been following him for 2 years, and I can kind of relate to him. He's a young dude, older than me, but he's been documenting his journey since he was 15. So I can relate to that. And he honestly motivated me into starting this channel, and I kind of wanted to follow his footsteps into how he started pushing out content on YouTube. And I felt like with the lessons and the motivation that he gave me, I need to also make content to also inspire other people in the space. So I hope you guys can follow along my journey, and that we can create a strong community on YouTube. I thank everyone who watched till the end of this video. Feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bells. And on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.